Hi, how are you? I have no idea why the sound is so wonky on this video. I checked it and it seemed fine, but on the actual video, the sound is garbage. So, I hope you enjoy what little you can hear of it. The trailer is very loud. Down, turn it down. Okay, anyway, enjoy the video. Bye. Hello, my hippie foods. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sarah from the Kawaii Study Bite Fast, and this is a reaction to the Uglies trailer, which is coming out September 13th on Netflix. This movie or production in general has been a long way in the making. The book came out in 2005, and I believe it was optioned pretty soon after. So it's been a while. It's been over a decade of this movie, like, oh, we're gonna start and then dropping. And I was really excited when I heard that they were going to do it. And then I saw some stills from the trailer and I was kind of like, "Mm, so I'm going to watch the trailer and make judgments for myself and talk about some of the things that I may be a little bit confused about. This book series came out before The Virgins and The Hunger Games, and I know that people have said that this trailer resembles them, but the thing is that those came out before this. So that's what's people's frame of reference. So I think that that's really interesting. Um, and if I remember correctly, I remember hearing about like filming actually ended before the WGA SAG-AFTRA strikes. So that's something too. So it's been how long? It's been a while. So anyway, we're going to watch this trailer and see what
Time
this
to wake
is.
up.
Okay,
Tally.
interesting.
Time to wake
Oh, is that Joey King? I didn't know she was in this. All I knew was Laverne Cox, which if when they show her, I'm gonna touch on that because it's weird.
up.
Okay,
Good morning.
okay, Netflix.
All my life,
She's known enough, but
I wanted
because the important thing to realize about the series, well, at least the series of the books, is that people who got surgeries weren't ugly. They look like regular people. They could have been like the hottest person on the planet to our standards, but because they hadn't gotten the surgery, they were ugly. So, like, imagine the most beautiful person you can think of, and because they hadn't gotten this very special government sanctioned surgery, that they would be considered ugly and just not really worth much. So, yeah.
to be pretty. I thought it would change everything.
It kind of
I
does.
hope that's still true.
For those of you turning 16 today, you've waited your entire life.
Okay, the uniforms, that's very divergent. Okay, I'm actually getting what people are saying because they had clothes that they could be made. So it wasn't like they were all wearing the same uniform. So
For this
okay.
moment.
Okay. Um I think that Laverne Cox is supposed to be Dr. Cable, or like is it the character that's stand-in for Dr. Cable, because in productions they change names and stuff like that. Um, but Laverne Cox is just hot. Like, she's a beautiful woman, but Dr. Cable is supposed to be terrifying. That's the whole point of special circumstances. That they were scary looking. And I'm gonna have to go into spoilers here for the book series, which I highly recommend you made. These books were made to be filmed. The first sentence in the first book is like something Tally looked at the sky and something something it was color of cat vomit. And a lot of people like to shit on that line, but it is so incredibly specific and cinematic. Like you know that orange color of cat vomit, and it's always orange because cat chow is orange. It's like this very 70s sofa cover color, and it just the whole book has bits like that, and it's on the young side. Yes, I mean it was 2005 YA. It's also worth reading for the social commentary, which is pretty prescient considering it was written, well, not written, it came out in 2005. It was probably written way before that. But anyway, um let's see if it shows Dr.
All the flaws you have today.
Okay, well, it's just her voice. That's fine. Um, one of the main points of the Ugly series is there is no racism. The way that there's no racism is that they got away with race. They did away with it. They used eugenics and everybody's like the same color. They basically look the same. There's really no difference between anybody. And I think that in this climate, having casting like that would be very uncomfortable. But it's criticized in the book because it's a dystopia. You know, it's like it's not an instruction manual. It's like, hey, this could happen. And to a degree, it is happening now in 2024. So, um, I mean, there's so many people who've been like screwed up mentally because of white supremacist beauty standards, and I think it's important to be acknowledged. But at the same time, I also totally get why they wouldn't want to have that in a movie because people aren't gonna read the book, let's face it.
Will be gone tomorrow. With one elegant procedure, he'll be beautiful. Because everyone is accepted. No one is left behind.
That looks like
Will you promise me
what I
something?
thought
No matter how pretty they make you, just don't let them erase you.
Promise.
Is that Paris? I think that's supposed to be Paris.
You get the surgery, they tell you what to do, and that's it. Paris?
What are you doing here?
I was worried.
Oh, okay, that was Paris. That's nice. Yay, I remember correctly. He doesn't
Things are just.
he doesn't look that much different than he did before. But maybe that's just because they didn't have the budget. Like, because it still looks like the same guy. You know what I mean? Um, and also, he seems in his head. So spoiler again, and I'm gonna keep on saying that, and I'm going to tag the video like massive spoiler. The spoiler in this is that the surgery also comes with brain damage. So people don't complain, they don't fight back, they don't resist. So all of these pretties that you're looking at, in the books, they had brain damage, and it in the book it manifests itself like as just general airheadness and really, really excruciatingly annoying dialect. I know so many people who couldn't finish Pretty is just because reading it is excruciating, and I kind of get it. But I gotta say, as a person with brain damage, I don't talk like that. Anyway,
different here. You'll get it when you're pretty.
There's something about this place. It's not what it seems. What if I told you that there's an alternative? I know this place.
Welcome to the smoke.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's supposed to be David, which would be interesting casting because if they went by the book, that would potentially be like the first person of color that Tally had ever seen, except like in pictures. Except I don't even no, there wouldn't even be pictures. That's right, because they made it a point of like the smoke or like hoarding magazines because like the city had done away with all that. Oh, that's so trippy to think about. And it's funny because you're reading it and like you kind of forget about the racism inherent in the system that has no race. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway,
Smoke.
They have a different way of doing things.
And we will do whatever it takes to protect that.
If you want to learn how to fly, you got to learn how to fall.
so there's this really cool bit in the book where they are on a roller coaster track because the people before, which would basically be us, because obviously this takes place in the future, it's a dystopia, kind of the thing. Um, so it's this roller coaster, and they have hoverboards, and it's done with magnets. So imagine going on a hoverboard on a roller coaster track. If they pull that off, like I don't even care if the rest of the movie is just it I don't care if it sucks balls. If they pull off the roller coaster thing, like I'm gonna give it at least 3 stars. Just right now, because this is something that I have been dying to see, like even before my kid was born. So okay, I'm kinda psyched. I was hoping to be disappointed.
These people want to end us.
The smoke
Okay, that was just a really cool shot. I appreciate that.
has decided their way of living is more worthy than ours.
See, like, and I wish I could rewind, but for some reason it's not letting me. Um, she's not scary. She's gorgeous. Like, if she came across me in a dark alley, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty." So I maybe they're doing away with Dr. Cable because this is just the movie and they don't know if they're gonna be able to do the other four. And then there's like 3 books after that, I think, that take place in the same universe. I haven't read those yet, so that's
I was told these lies my whole life.
okay, like there she looked different. Okay, so it's just I don't know, because I remember them looking like radically different, but there being like a sameness to them. Like they had no scars, they had no pimples, they had no freckles. Like you could do it temporarily, but then it would go away, if I remember correctly. I read last year and I've been through a lot, so I might be misremembering, but
It's time for you to make a choice.
oh, that's awesome. Yep, that's cool.
All my life, I wanted to be pretty.
You-
I thought it would change everything.
Okay, the font is an interesting choice. I don't know how I would do it, but I don't think I do it like that. I don't like it. You know, the S, it kind of reminds me of Star Wars. September 13th. Okay, I mean, it's PG-13. Which, considering the... Okay, I think that that's done. Alright, let's This is really interesting to me because I thought I would be a lot more disappointed. Um, it looks decent. Um, if I were going to do it, I would have it as a three-part, 90-minute each miniseries, just to get the whole of the story, to understand the nuances of like Uglyville and New Pretty Town and just the culture, because that's a really important thing to understand, like why these people are reacting the way they act. And but that looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I am dying to see this, but I'm kind of psyched to see how if they do certain things. And I think it could potentially be very interesting. But anyway, I am going to sign off. And yeah, anyway, I just wanted to make this video really quick like a bunny. Kind of fail because right now it's almost 20 minutes. So yay go me. Um have a hoopy day and keep it fruity. And please, if you like this video and you want to see more reactions, feel free to comment and like and subscribe. Okay, bye bye.